Hey everyone, back to the Dream Big series. If you're not familiar, I was talking about in the podcast, I forget how it came up, but somebody came up with this genius idea. I don't think I've seen anybody else really do. We all do this where we go online at 10 o'clock at night and you're sitting on the couch watching a basketball game or something on Netflix and you're just searching, surfing, building cars. Man, what if I could do this? Well, what if I did that? What if I chose black wheels versus platinum or satin or silver? Or man, I wonder what it would cost to get a Aston Martin Vantage V12. What would that cost? And so that's where this series came about. Somebody made that suggestion in the Facebook group. On the Dial In podcast when we were live. And so this is episode 3. And I'm sorry, I'm going back to the Porsche configurator. It's on my brain right now. I can't think of much else. I've been thinking about this a lot. I'm going to show you what got my gears turning. Now remember, this is dreaming, but I hope to someday realize dreams. I've taken a business course many times. I have a business coach that I have worked with for 5 or 6 years now. It's changed my life. And one of the things we do in the course, the original course that I took, is to build a vision board. And he makes you go buy magazines, do it old school, get a big piece of poster board. And the concept is put things on there you could never imagine. Just pick the biggest, most audacious things. And I think I've done 4 or 5 of those different boards, and every single time I've done them, I've gotten everything on the board already, right? So I tried to dream big, and maybe I need to start dreaming of a castle in Ireland or something. I don't know. But all of what I thought were aspirational dreams have always been realized. And so same thing with cars, same thing with houses or garages, or in my case, most of these things that I'm pursuing, what I've realized through lots of therapy and really discovery and coaching and learning about myself, as much as I don't like humans or human interaction, we all crave that relationship. And to me, there's a sense of gratitude combined with a way to connect with other humans via these odd material objects. Maybe that's just some internal justification, but for the amount of time and energy I spend on these on these shiny objects, hey, at least I can admit it, I guess, right? We all need to just admit it, that this life we live is, let's just enjoy the ride. And so dreaming through configurators is the way to go. And so I can't get this off the brain. GT4 RS, I feel like is the car I'm destined to own. Maybe I should drive one. I don't like to do that, though. I know it sounds ridiculous. I like to just get it, and then if I don't like it, then move on. But then I get to check it off the list, because another thing I probably have the fortunate capability is I could probably put it out there and say, hey, can I borrow somebody's GT4 for 3 weeks? I'll polish it for you. I'll dial it in for you. I'll treat the leather. Somebody would probably give me one for a week or 2 or a month because I'm not going to put a lot of miles on it, but to experience. But I like, test driving to me doesn't make sense. I know that's what a lot of people like to do. I don't care to do that. I like to buy the car, jump in head first. That's part of the fun. And then, sometimes have to admit that, well, I didn't like that, or, that was a mistake. Anyway, that's a whole side story. So I know I'm doing another Porsche. I promise. I've been playing around in the Ferrari configurators. I've been playing around in the Aston Martin configurator. I'm waiting. Maybe it's come out, but the new AMG GT I'm waiting for that configurator to come. The new one is pretty interesting looking car to me. We did the Amira, last week, but I promise I'll get out of the Porsches here. I just need to get this one out of my head this morning. Last night I was on Auto Trader again. So let's get our screen set up here and let's chat about a GT4 RS and configure that. Let's just get it out of the way because we all know I'm going to do it anyway. So let's go Porsche. And let's go 718. And let's go here. Now, I was, as I do often, I'm sure many of you do this too, as a little side note, if you're on Auto Trader, notice my continued searches here. 718, 14 to 16 Carrera S, 14 to 16 Carrera GTS, 50th, which is a 15, 16, 458 Speciale, 458 Italia, 16 GT3 RS. So these just stay in my search field on my browser history and I just every couple of days I see them. I'm sure you guys do this too, just like we all go into configurators and do the do this kind of search. So these are cars that are top of mind, cars that I think I would want, and so the thought process here. So this is less of a dream big and more of a dreaming, hopefully in the not too distant future, would be GT3 Touring, which my car hopefully is special, the Brewster with the crazy interior and all that. Low miles, drive it as a real treat, manual transmission, touring GT3. Newest modern GT3. Keep that car for a long time. E92 M3. Mine has, 1900 miles on it. Has, carbon ceramic brakes that I spent $1 billion on. Beautiful car. Drive it as a treat. Those are my two collectors. The E36 driver. I think I've decided to scrap the giveaway, make the car perfect, maybe even do a Euro engine swap, and keep it. I got to finish the stereo, get that dialed in, fix the one little spot on the clear coat that was a nib sanded that's kind of flat. Keep the Evo for the time being, and I'm going to have more garage space. I don't want to have a bunch of cars. Like, I don't want to have, like Adam, I'm here at the LZ Combine having 50 cars. But I think I'd like those 4, keep those 4. The Evo may go, but keep the E36, keep the E92, keep the GT3 Touring, add a GT4 RS. I know this is ridiculous, but GT4 RS. I want a Carrera S, or really what I want is a Carrera GTS is what I want, with carbon ceramics on it, which is a unicorn. Carrera S or Carrera GTS, manual transmission. That's my car that I drive around everywhere in. That's the car I put miles on. Raptor, really probably a Hennessy Raptor. And then 458 Speciale. It just keeps going. 16 GT3 RS. So, no big deal. But at least we got to have dreams, right? We got to have goals. So the thing that's kind of, so what I keep looking through here, these are all 50, 60, 70,000. Most of these are 50 to 75,000 over sticker is what these cars are selling for. Lower option cars, some of them ask a realistic price. I don't think anybody's selling any of these for these prices. This is a lot of these. Let's throw it out there. The market price is what Auto Trader says. I don't think anybody's buying these at maybe very rarely 260, 290, 270. I think this is pretty much nonsense. The car that really had my gears turning last night, it made me think, well, maybe the GT4 is the next car. Maybe I'll just get a frickin' loan. I'm broke after buying the new building, and I've got to build out the building with this puppy. First of all, I can't figure out what color is this. This is at Porsche Naples. I love that they chose the option of the painted hood. I'll show you that in a minute. But this was sort of the inspiration for me getting it back in the configurator last night. And I'm like, I got to get this out of my head. So this car, from what I can tell, is probably like a 210 sticker, 209 sticker, something like that. They didn't choose the magnesium wheels, which I don't love, but this color is pretty freaking fantastic. I would change the yellow belts because that's stupid. Not sure what yellow belts has to do with anything, but they didn't choose white gauges, which is awesome. I think that I love the deep sea blue interior, but I think that on a blue car, I think I would choose the gray inserts like this. So really, this build, other than magnesium wheels, and they didn't do the aluminum pedals. Are these the new aluminum? So I think these are the regular. Yeah, these are the stock pedals. So they didn't choose aluminum pedals. They chose yellow belts. By the way, I think this is a mistake long term. This makes it more difficult to sand in the future, and this is an area that gets really pelted, beat up by your elbow. So I wouldn't spec that. But this car, and I don't like that yellow there, but this car is pretty freaking sweet. But it's 50,000 over. That's why I think it's a two. I went in last night, was playing the configurator. I'm almost certain it was a 208,991 sticker. That's the price. And so then they're adding 50K to it, and it's freaking used at 14,000 miles. Now, this is not out of the possibility of reality. I think I'm probably second or third in line at my dealership, Porsche Wilmington, North Carolina. I bug Tom every couple of months, say, please GT4 RS, please GT4 RS, Tom, please. And he says, look, I'm trying, man. We're just not getting the allocation. So hopefully they keep building them, and maybe the stars could align, and I'd have the right amount of money and the right timing, and maybe I would sell the Evo and sell sell something to get this puppy, but who knows, So anyway, back to the configuration. So this car got my gears turning. That thing's pretty freaking sick. Paint to sample. This color's a little bit light for a little boring, but I think it works on this car. I probably wouldn't keep the bronze wheels, but anyway, this got my gears turning again last night. I couldn't get it out of my head, so I actually got up at 5 a.m. this morning. It's 7 a.m. now, and I'm like, I gotta make this video. So let's see. Let's build our Porsche. So let's go through. Sorry, my screen is a little smaller than normal because my camera isn't as good. I'm here at the LC compound, and I don't have my cameras and monitor and all that crap here. So I'm just shooting on my MacBook. So we talked about this on the GT4 RS. I'm off the whole paint to sample idea till maybe it's Oslo. Nope. I'm sure you guys know what color that was. It's not Golf Blue. Was it Etna Blue, maybe? That might be it. This configurator's not correct. Maritime, Slate Gray, Golf, Gentian. I don't think it's any of these. Anyway, you guys tell me. I'm sure one of you knows. So anyway, I'm not doing paint to sample for 15 Gs. What is it? 20,000 on the GT3 RS. Paint to sample plus is where you just kind of send in whatever you want, but I'm not doing that. So colors. This has been something I've been in this configurator about 50 times more than I was in the configurator for the new 992 GT3 RS. So I've spent a lot of time on this one. I'm kind of a sucker for the sort of the launch version of the car, so whatever they choose. And so Arctic Gray, I just think is a great color for this car. I think it suits it well. That's obviously why they chose that color. It looks obviously different than it does in this photo here. The colors I would consider would be white, Guards red. You know, we talked about the last video. I think I'm going to get an Emira, and that's the most realistic car of me actually getting someday. I wouldn't do yellow. GT Silver is always a great car, just not for me. This car, the GT Silver suits this a lot, you know, really well. But I think Arctic Gray is a better color, so I'm going to pay the $3,500 for Arctic Gray. You know, I've never done in any of the GT3s. I had my Sapphire Blue. I've had 2 white ones. I have my Brewster. So the 4 GT cars, and the Genshin GT4 I've had. I'm not sure what maybe Genshin was the sort of launch color of the 718 GT4. But anyway, I've never had, like, you know, I didn't like Lava Orange in the GT3, but you know, Ultraviolet, I do like that a lot. I think that's a really cool color, and I didn't, you know, choose that. I found a white one. So anyway, the Arctic Gray, I think I'm pretty certain, if I were able to spec one and order one, and I wasn't paying up to get some crazy, you know, paint to sample that already exists, I think this is the color for the car. So that's what I would choose. Now, this is a dicey one. I love these wheels. And so magnesium forged wheels are quite a bit lighter. It saves 21 pounds, but it's 15,000. So rather than doing the pay, this is how I justify it. This is how the ridiculous math goes. And I think about this car a little differently than some of the other cars we're going to spec in the future, because this is something I think I'm actually going, I know I'm going to get someday, you know, barring some catastrophe. I'm going to get a GT4 RS someday. I'm likely going to have it for a long time. And, you know, this is one of those sort of unicorn cars. I really liked my GT4. I felt it was a little underpowered. I don't want to do some swap or like the demand stuff. It's never as good as it is from the factory. So this takes all the awesomeness of the GT3 and GT3 RS and puts it in the GT4. I think this car is suited for me. I love mid-engine, feels great. So I think I'm adding this. And so when you do this, so when I add the forged magnesiums, it adds a bunch of stuff, right? So it gives you the wheels, you get the Visoc interior. It also adds the Visoc package, which is, you know, all the carbon fiber stuff. So it adds all of this stuff, and so it's 31 grand to do those wheels versus just roughly 15 to do Visoc. So if we accept that change, you see the car jumps to nearly 200 Gs. So if I take that off and I just stay with the regular forged wheels, which these are great looking wheels, and you come down here and you have the option to add the Visoc package, which is 13 Gs. So you can do, most of the cars you see are Visoc, and they, you know, they include the carbon stuff. I don't think I've seen a car spec'd without it. I think that would be a huge mistake to do that, you know, if you're talking, if resale value mattered. Doing regular seats and doing non-Visoc, I think is really, really dumb. You know, I would never buy that car. I don't think anybody else would either. It would be a car that would be it would be sold substantially less than, like, I don't think a car that wasn't spec'd that way could fetch in the current market any sort of premium. In fact, it'd probably sell for sticker or maybe even a little less. Maybe I'm wrong there. So I'm picking these. I'm picking the Visoc package. I'm picking the deep sea blue interior. That's where it's at. So now this is where it gets a little dicey for me. You know, we talked about this on the GT3 RS. I think I'm going here. Oh shoot, you can't. All right, I'm not going there. That answers that. Maybe I haven't spent as much time in here as I thought. Can I do black? I can do black. I think I'd do that. I really dig that. I think that Arctic Silver is right on the edge, or Arctic Gray, I guess it is. It's Arctic Gray. It's right on the edge of being, you know, for me, acceptable to do the black wheels. I just love the magnesium look in that satin black. Is it a satin? Yeah, painted in satin black. I know some of you are going to get real mad at me and, you know, go crazy. I mean, I guess it could be cool. Can we do? Yeah, you could do the magnesium wheels in the, you know, in the whatever, the gold metallic. I'm doing them in black. I know you're not going to like it, but that's what I'm doing. So then we come down to here to the interior, and because we chose the Visoc package, it gives you a different interior slightly, so you get the stitching and all of that stuff. And one of the main reasons I'm going Arctic Gray, and you know me, I don't like colors in the interior, but I'm a sucker for blue. I remember I did the green. I did the green interior when I did my 901.2 GT4 RS. I just think this is fantastic. This blue, just a little bit of blue. And the blue stitching, I don't know. Maybe call me a hypocrite, but I'm a sucker for this. How the heck do I get out of here? Where's my... There we go. So I'm doing that. So let's see, make sure we didn't miss anything. So I got my black wheels. I've got my Arctic Gray, non-paint to sample. So we're at, you know, $198,000 here. Full buckets, of course. Lots of you made comments. See, this is where I think it's super helpful. Comment, you know, down below things what you're talking about. We can start a conversation. There's a lot of helpful stuff people can add. What somebody had said that you can do the 3D printed. I would probably do soft. So you can do this seat. I wonder what happens. What are my color options here? What color is the shark blue? Deep sea blue. Okay. So maybe I would try it in this car. They said when you do this, you still get the regular seat insert. So I think I'd try it. What happens if it's awesome? I've never experienced it. To do the 3D printed body form seat. So, you know, we'll try it. What is it? What do we do here? It's 3D printed full bucket, combines maximum functionality with individual design. The seat cushion and seat backrest of the full bucket already installed in the vehicle, replaced by new elements. These consist of a solid energy absorbing substrate, a 3D printed elastic grille structure, and perforated top covering made in Racetex. Ooh, weight savings of more than 8%, so it must be like a few grams. Can be installed and removed in a few simple steps. Includes a practical transport bag. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try it. I like that it comes with. I can get it in deep sea. It comes with a regular insert as well, and so I would do it. I'm gonna add it to it. Thanks for the tip on the last video on that it comes with the regular stuff. Exterior, I'm not doing any stickers, so I don't want the accent package. I don't think you can choose any of this because of, let's see, watch, if I choose this, it'll try to remove Visoc. Oh, maybe not. Let's do it. Triangle trims, nice. We'll pick those in carbon fiber, $550. Front trunk and wing and exposed carbon fiber partially painted. I like this. So if you do this and you click this here, it paints that and paints this. If I move that again, I like that. I wonder if it paints it black or does it paint it, and we can chime in there, does it paint it, I would think the color of the car. I like this. I think this is freaking sick. This look here, we went back to that Auto Trader car. Somebody selected that option. I would do this for sure. I think that's really freaking cool. Door handles in gloss black. I wouldn't do that. All right, exterior decals, deletion. I don't want the GT4 RS in the door. Porsche logo on the rear and high gloss silver. Definitely don't want that. Deletion of model designation in the rear. I'm pulling that off as well. Call me what you want. Everybody knows it's a GT4 RS. I don't need it there. Porsche logo on the rear. What is this Porsche back here? Can I get rid of that too? Maybe there's another option here later on. So performance. I'm not doing front axle lift. These frickin' cars have tons of room. I don't want that. Chrono package. Let's look at the interior. I think I'd skip it. So if we add it to it, pops a little clock in there. I'm torn. I've lots of people prefer it. Some people hate it. You know what? I'm gonna keep it. I do like it. PCCBs, and because I have the gray exterior, I'm keeping the yellow. I like the yellow brakes. Boom. That's the look. That's good. Helps offset the black wheels. I think that's the way to go. I know you're yelling at the screen, so I'm not doing the high gloss black. Only get PDK. Lights, I'm paying the $1,500 for the PDLS. I think they look cool. I love how they've gone to all black. Lots of discussion on auto-dimming mirrors at night and blah, blah, blah. I don't like that. I don't dim my mirrors. I don't have a problem with reflections, and I don't want anything anything in any car if I can help it. I don't want rain sensors with my wiper blades scraping the windows. I don't want that, so I'm not doing that. I know you can turn it off, but we're not going there. Extended deviating interior stitching package. So this takes and extends, I think. Can I add this? Yes, you can. But I can't get deep sea blue. This is shark blue. Leather interior, and let's see, so black with Arctic gray stitching. See, I don't want to do, so it removes the deep sea blue and switches to Arctic gray, which is the base package, I guess, and then switches out stitching. So I don't think I want this. Maybe you can chime in on how that works. Interior trim in leather and interior, let's see. Dashboard trim, including cup holder and center console trim. So I think, let's see if I add this. Does this do anything? Yeah, so you can't do that with Visoc. And then interior trim in leather. I don't think you can add this either. Nope, because it removes all the Visoc package stuff. Dashboard trim package in leather, race text. So we go here. I think, nope, can't add that because it removes your Visoc, so none of those are an option. Door trim package in leather, race text. And we can add that. So what does this do here? Upper section of the front door trim panels, and door trims in smooth leather finish. Lower section of the front door in race text. Versus, so let's see, did that change my picture at all? Yeah, I don't think this is necessary because we already have leather on the doors here. Oh, I see. It's adding the leather to these two sections. Yeah, I'm doing that. I like that. Leather here, leather there. That's right. So it's just the door trim. So it's these two pieces. That's a lot of money, but I'm doing it. We don't want any paint. Never do paint in the interior. That's terrible. Anytime I see a car like that configured that way, I'm always thinking, well, how much is it going to cost me to pull all that out and redo it? Deviated leather color, deviated leather stitching, so we're not doing that. Seat belts. Let's see, can we do deep sea blue? I'm doing that. This is the one, since I'm going boring on the exterior, I'm going a little wild on the interior, so I like that. I'm doing it. Sorry. I'm such a hypocrite. And I actually like the little yellow here, mark here. I'm okay with that not being deep sea blue. I don't want any freaking different color gauges, so we're leaving that alone. Gear shift lever. So I don't want that in leather. I like this in Alcantara or race text, whatever they call it. Steering column casing. I like this option too, so I'm adding that. So this takes this section right here and makes it leather, and then they stitch it in the same deep sea blue. See how good that looks? I think that's worth the $470. Oh wait, can I do it this way? Let's uncheck that. And yeah, we don't want deviated, so cancel that, and we'll go steering casing leather. I'm pretty sure when you do this, yeah, it includes stitching, and it just stitches in the same, yeah, with same stitching as the deep sea blue inside the interior. Other interior options here. I don't like that little pouch. I don't want. I like the carbon fiber door sill, but I don't like it in yellow. I don't want that because it's yellow. Bespoke door sill guards and carbon fiber illuminated. You can personalize it. I don't really like that. I could put what OG spec on there. That'd be cool. Let's see. Yeah, so you can put your creation. Should we do that? That'd be stupid. It would be kind of fun, though. Handwriting. I don't like that it's yellow. Yeah, that's douchey. We're not doing it. Matt Mormon. So we're not doing that. Sun visors in Alcantara. I've been torn on this. I think I'd freaking leave them alone. Dashboard trims in leather race tex. I do like this, but I don't think I can sell. Can I do deep sea blue? Yes, I can. So yes, I will. Thank you very much. Oh shoot, we're at 216. Climate control panel in leather. Yes. I like that. So remember we talked about I don't like the Porsche crest on there. I like this to be regular flat. So I don't want any of that. Fuse box covers in leather. Let's do it. Since we're going crazy. Boom. Inner door sill guards in leather. Yes. Inner door sill guards in leather with deviated stitching. We can't do. I don't think we can do that because I don't think we can select. Yeah, you can't select deep sea blue. So we'll just do them in regular leather. I don't like the leather edging on the floor mats. Just leave the floor mats alone because chances are I'm going to replace the floor mats a couple of times anyway. I don't care about the manual. I don't want it in carbon fiber. I think you put a fire extinguisher in a GT4 RS. Just make it easier if I go to the... Because I would take this to the track and cut at least a couple of times for the fun. I don't want any colored dials. I don't want any colored chrono. The door pulls are already in deep sea blue, so I don't need to mess with that. I guess you can't choose interior comfort. I don't care about a dash cam. I do like the light design package. Always do the smoking package on this generation because it gives you that little cover. We'll put the luggage net in. I think you can. Yep. And audio and communications. We'll add our voice control, I guess. We'll add our Bose surround, and we definitely want to delete Sirius XM because Sirius XM is complete garbage. So there's my car, 220 Gs, and so I don't see most of the cars that are built are missing. So let's go to our summary. Most of the cars you see are missing a lot of this stuff that I added. So they're missing the magnesium wheels. So that's 15 Gs there. So if I take that off, I'm a lower cost spec than that paint to sample I was just looking at. Race tax. This was a $3,000 add-on that adds, a big chunk of change that is unnecessary. So unnecessary. So there's my $20,000 right there. What is that? 17, 18, 18.4, 18.470. So that's 18 Gs that I could take off. So I'm right at a 200 sticker if I take those two off. This, unnecessary. So now we're at, say, 19,000. 19.3. I need this, I need that. All this stuff. So let's just add this stuff up, that if I was trying to keep the price under control. So we were at, what did I say? 15,640 plus, I would do the wheels in black no matter what. 2930 plus the window triangles, 550. I would absolutely want this painted if I could do it. 310 for the chrono package, which I'm kind of torn on. I want the headlights, so all this stuff. 590. I would definitely do the seat belts. The steering casing is not necessary. All this leather stuff, 560 plus 590 plus 300 plus 620. So I'm at 22,560. I do light design, I do the bows. So if we take the 219, so if I was feeling a little devoid of cash, my two build options would be 196.5, or if I really loaded up the luxury items, we're talking 20. What was that? $22,000 difference, $23,000 difference between the two. I think it would depend on, how, so if I got the call tomorrow, I'd probably do this, because I'm feeling broke. And I would just take out a loan and make the payments. Or maybe sell something, and I'd, spec the car out, and, or because, if I was speccing the car, I probably wouldn't get it for 6 or 7 months. So, Tom, if you call, I'm probably going to spec it a little bit lighter. But then at the last minute, I would freak out and say, you know what, I got to get those magnesium wheels. Buying them aftermarket, I think they're like 30 G's. So it's a pretty decent, value, I guess you could say, value to spend $15,000 on wheels. But 160 base price and then $55,000 in options. So you're taking 22 grand off of those options. Why do they still have the gas guzzler tax? That's nonsense. So let's go back in and make sure that let's kind of walk through this again. And so if I could buy one, imagine you could get it at sticker. It'd be a $220,000 stickered car. If I was going to buy and have this car for, theoretically quite some time, I don't think I ever lose a bunch of money on something like this, depending on, it seems like they've made quite a bit of these cars. I think they're going to make a lot more of these than they will the 992 GT3 RS. I think that, but I think that these are going to hang on to value. So imagine I got hosed and this thing depreciated a bunch, in a real bad economic time, and I needed to sell it. What would this sell? 150, on the low end? Think about worst case scenario was what I sold my 991.1 GT3 for, which I want another one. So I bought that for 10 over stickers, the only car I've overpaid on and I'm trying to never do that again, but I never say never. So I paid 10 over. It had 1,000, I think 1,100 miles on it or something like that. I had, let's see, I forget what I traded my GT3 for, my blue GT3. I feel like I got my money's worth out of that thing, tearing it apart 50 times and all the content I got to make. So, Dot 1 GT3 RS paid $220 for it, I believe. It was a 210 sticker. I paid 10 over, so I think I paid $220 for that, and I sold it for $155. So that was $45, $65,000 loss. Now my 991.2 I paid $210 for, and I sold it for $295. So $85,000 gain. So that's a $20,000 delta between the two. So I, had a nice little trade-off there. Now that doesn't offset all the other sins I need to repent for and lost cars. Like for example, I paid $126 for my Carrera S and sold it for $99, 6 months later. So I'm net negative substantially in cars in my lifetime. Now, I probably take that back because I made $750,000 on the GT4 RS, the 997, when we did the giveaway, and I've made an average of say $50,000 on the cars that I've done, like $60,000-$70,000 I've done on the car. So I'm actually probably net positive, certainly net positive in gains and losses of cars in my lifetime. And then you could argue that the cars have built me a darn pretty awesome business and really substantial, net worth adjustment. Although I don't have a lot of cash because all my net worth is tied up in the brand and the business. The cars have changed my net worth, if we were to add it up, whatever that is, substantially. And so I'm net substantially positive, net to the good, over my lifetime. So anyway, I think this is the color. I think this is what I would want. I think this is the look of the car. That look right there is pretty freaking beautiful. If we go back to Auto Trader and we look at some of the pictures of the Arctic Silvers, let's see if we can find some decent photos of one. Or Arctic Gray, I keep calling it Arctic Silver. Yeah, real life version. Look at that. The blue is freaking cool. So they did shark blue. So that's what the deviated stitching package would look like. We did Visoc, shark blue deviated stitching throughout. That's actually pretty nice. That's well done. They didn't do white gauges. That's good. They did the clock. I don't like the yellow, but I do like the carbon fiber door sills. So this is a pretty high sticker car. They want 270. So again, this is probably 219-ish, and they want 50 over. See if we can get another one. So here's some regular outdoor photos of I just love this color. No, this is different. Lightweight. This looks like paint to sample. Visoc package, lightweight, magnesium wheels, medium tint. Maybe it is Arctic Gray. Yeah, it is. So he wants a lot of money for his tint and stuff. So anyway, while we're in here, you want to see some of the other craziness that I'm looking for. So Carrera S, there isn't squat, nothing. I need to change my search because GTS, there's actually quite a few of them, but none of them in manual except for this one. This one's freaking awesome. But they know what they got here. They know that a lot of people would want this puppy. And take this stupid sticker off the side. That's 1,300 miles. This car is like a 130 sticker. And they got it listed for 230. But why would you spend 230 on this car when you could buy a bunch of other stuff? Oh, it's a Rennsport Reunion Edition. That's why. That's freaking stupid. It's the first thing I would do would get rid of that. I'd order the one without that stupid Rennsports. That's why this is more money. But, I would love to get a GTS. Has the wider hips, power pack built in, but these are all PDK cars. All has the sport design front bumper, PDK, 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 PDK. If somebody find me a low mileage, 20,000 miles or less GTS with a manual, I'm in for it. And then there is a 50th, which is basically a GTS, just in special colors. I think that this PDK? I think this is a PDK car. Yep, PDK. I need to change my results. PDK, automatic. PDK. Let's see. I can't remember. I was looking at these last night. Manual. So this is interesting. Let me see how many miles. So about 160 Gs, 14,000 miles. So this would be a candidate, but $160,000. I mean, man, that's a lot of cheddar for that car. I want it to be my everyday driver, and it doesn't have carbon ceramics either. And they didn't opt. Wait, which one was it? It was this one here. I don't think they opted for Burmester, did they? So that's the key requisite for me, is I need it to have Burmester. I'm sure they would have shown a photo if it had it. Let's see if we can get yeah, it looks like Bose. Yep. Yep, not Burmester. I don't think. Can't quite see it from that angle. I wonder if they have that in the description. Shoot, if it has Burmester, I might be making a call. Oh, shoot. I love this color too. Yeah. Crap. All right. Scrap the GT4 RS. I would sell Evo. I'd sell my Evo. It doesn't have carbon ceramics, but I could get some surface transforms, which would be, aftermarket rotors. I think we can do that. Shoot, we changed our shopping experience here together today. Surface transform. Actually, if we do the friends at Heinz Porsche carbon discs, 992. Can I select my car here? 718, 991, GT3. It should be the same. Here we go, 991, Carrera, boom. Surface transform carbon disc, what's the difference here? What we got going on here? It'll be some version. I think it's 6957 for a set. So for 14 grand, I could change the rotors to surface transforms, and you probably need pads as well. So rotors and pads are probably another couple of grand. So for 16 Gs, And then just to remind you, let's go. And let's go, videos, oldest. This. These are the days. That's what the 50th would sound like, because the 50th has the power kit. Shoot, people. I would also get the Sport Design front bumper. Wonder how hard this color is to match. Yes. The other one's missing. Yeah, so it has LEDs. This one is by Xenon. This is a great spec, man. They're just not the black, which I think is okay. These still look pretty good. Where is this car? Oh, shoot. Atlantis. AWE would have a exhaust sent to me tomorrow. Anyway, you can see how this goes. Get this out of here. Quit Chrome. Get me out of here, people. Shoot. This is the curse of the car guy. The everlasting justification that goes into, well, shoot, that's the perfect spec, and I wasn't really looking for it, but man, I'll probably end up making a call. And then what will happen is then I'll get the call. I'll get that car, and then I'll get the call for the GT4 RS, and I'll be freaking screwed. Yeah. Such is life. Chaos. Thanks for watching. We'll keep talking these cars discussions and keep making bad decisions in life. We'll see you soon. Remember, you can figure out a way to make money off a car somehow, and that's what I always tell myself. Sorry, Michelle, don't watch this video. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. We'll see you on the next one.